Imagine running the global economy through a hallway. Now imagine that hallway is wet, narrow, crowded, and full of people carrying extremely expensive stuff. That is not a fire safety plan. That is the Strait of Malacca, a skinny strip of water that decides who gets rich and who starts stress-eating spreadsheets. The Strait of Malacca sits between Malaysia and Indonesia, connecting the Indian Ocean to the South China Sea. So if global trade is the bloodstream of modern civilization, Malacca is one of the arteries. And yes, if you squeeze it, the whole system starts making noises it shouldn't. Because geography doesn't negotiate. Geography just points at the map and says, "Congrats, you're all taking the same shortcut. Here's the rule. You don't need to control the entire ocean to control trade. You just need to control the doorway everyone has to walk through." Choke points are powerful because they're predictable, ships bunch up. Vulnerable, bunching up is not ideal during problems. Profitable, where ships gather, money gathers. It's like a nightclub. If you control the entrance, you don't need to own the whole city. You just need a clipboard and the ability to say, "Not tonight." So why does everyone use Malacca? Because it's convenient. It's one of the most direct routes between manufacturing hubs in East Asia and energy sources and markets in the Middle East, Africa, and Europe. Can ships avoid it? Sure. But detours cost time. Time costs fuel. Fuel costs money. And money costs executives their will to live. So Malacca stays packed. Because global trade is basically, let's save 2 days and risk a collective nervous breakdown. Now let's talk about the menu of chaos. 1. Pirates, not the movie version. Real piracy is less R and more. We have a boat, a plan, and you have poor security budgeting. 2. Politics. If your economy depends on one narrow corridor, you start waking up at 3 a.m. thinking, what if someone blocks it? What if they don't block it, but just threaten it? What if my entire national strategy becomes, please don't? 3. Accidents. Because when shipping lanes get tight, one mistake turns into a chain reaction. And global supply chains are held together by 2 things, timing and delusion. There's a term people use, the Malacca dilemma, the fear that if this strait gets disrupted, a lot of trade and energy flow gets uncomfortable. So countries respond in the most human way possible. Build bigger navies, secure ports, create alternative routes, and invest in backup plans that sound great until you price them out. Because choke points don't just create vulnerability. They create paranoia with a budget. And the fear isn't we might lose a war, it's we might lose Tuesday, and Tuesday is when the factories run. Here's the twist. Choke points don't only make people anxious, they make people rich. Because ships passing through need fuel, repairs, pilots, insurance, storage, crews, food, and paperwork. So much paperwork. If paperwork were a mineral, this region would be a mining superpower. When ships concentrate, services concentrate. When services concentrate, money concentrates. And money does what it always does. It starts building skylines and pretending it's self-made. So Malacca is both a global economic artery and a global stress test. This is why some places matter more than their size. They're not powerful because of what they own. They're powerful because of what they sit next to. And in the modern world, choke points don't just move goods. They move fuel prices, food prices, inflation, and political decisions. So global trade isn't just economics. It's geography wearing a tie and whispering, let's see you ignore me now. So the Strait of Malacca is proof that history isn't always shaped by heroes. Sometimes it's shaped by a narrow puddle that ships can't stop using. Next episode on History by Nature, the Strait of Hormuz, the choke point that controls the world's oil mood swings and makes headlines whenever someone sneezes near a tanker. If you like narrative history powered by nature, geography, and inconvenient reality, subscribe.